So I used to have these dreams that recurred every few nights back when I was in year 4 of primary school. It was a time where I wasn't really enjoying my classes as much. I think I was a bit lonely. It was where I was in my classroom with my class and my teacher, and there was a man with the head of an elephant. He used his trunk to strangle people and break their necks, and yeah, it was pretty scary. So I ended up running out of the classroom, out of the school, to find my mum in her car. She drove me away. And the other one that I remember best, I was walking through the gates of school when I could hear this buzzing sound from behind me. I looked behind and there was this humanoid-like blue bottle fly riding a person-sized motorbike. You know how flies throw up on their food, dissolve it so it's easier to digest. People's faces were a bit gammy, I guess. So I ended up, running to my mother's car. But this time the fly was following us on its motorbike and it was buzzing pretty angrily. I could see it in the rear mirror. And yeah, it was still buzzing and revving its engine.
When I had sleep paralysis, I remember I had a quite scary episode once when I was in my bedroom. I was in bed and I was looking at the other end of my room and there was this massive kind of black kind of blob. And when you get that thing where you see something you think is like a figure or like a person and your eyes adjust and it turns out it's just like a chair or a coat. I was just kind of waiting for that to happen with me. But as my eyes adjusted, it was just this kind of tall, black, kind of thin figure without a face. And it was just kind of standing there. And I was struggling to breathe because my chest felt really tight. And I felt like I couldn't move or say anything. So I was just kind of staring. And I just kind of stared at it. And then it slowly kind of crawled up to me. It made its way up to my bed and then just kind of sat at the other end of my bed, centimeters away from my face. Just this kind of faceless thing just kind of staring at me. And I just remember feeling frozen and just feeling terrified. The only way I was able to wake myself up was by covering my eyes and kind of hitting my face a bit. And then I kind of must have jolted myself awake. But no, that was really scary, yeah.
My granddad took me once to a college. It was an agricultural college. And on this farm there were also pigs. And they were in this black room. And young, impressionable me walking in didn't like it. I go in and I see rows and upon rows of pigs. And these pigs are squealing quite loudly. You had to walk down the corridor to get out. So I'm looking at these pigs for a good 10 minutes or so, absolutely peeing my pants. Kids, they have their monsters under the bed, that whole cliche. Mine was pigs under the bed. The pig that would drag me down was just a normal pig squealing. And that in itself is pretty scary for a kid to be dragged from under his bed. And you enter this warehouse and it's like a sea of pigs. Pink, muddy pigs, just thousands of them. And in the middle of this warehouse is a king pig and a queen pig. The king pig would be quite mean to me, almost abuse me. I'd be put in possibly pig prison. It was like a really bad father figure. My dad, he didn't know I was having these pig nightmares, but he thought he'd add to it anyway by telling me a story about one of his friends who, when feeding pigs, he was quite old, he was quite weak. And one time when he was feeding these pigs, he falls over and the pigs decide to eat him alive. So he gets eaten alive by pigs. That's quite a visual image for a child, that's quite graphic. I think that eventually led to my nightmares, so ruined childhood? No, but quite scarred.